Okay, so welcome to Pilates. We're starting standing today because it's our post-Christmas class, and I suspect a lot of us have been sitting quite a bit, and so it's good to get up on our feet a little. What I want you to do is I want you to line up your feet 100% with each other. And when you line up your feet, ideally the toe beside your big toe is the one pointing forward. Most of us toe out a little bit naturally, but a true parallel is with that toe beside the big toe pointing straight forward. And then if you push down through the center of your foot and out through the top of the your head, that'll help your knees stop rolling inwards because quite often when we get those feet square, our knees will roll in. And that's a little engagement in your tush, yeah? Now, from here, keep that push down, the reach out the top of your head. If you're not looking down at your screen, you'll start to know, like if you're looking straight forward, you'll start to notice your core engaging. Now, we're going to start to go into our Pilates breath. So I want you to take a breath that's a little deeper than is natural for you and a little slower. And you're inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Now, as you inhale and your rib cage expands sideways, your arms ideally move a little bit sideways on the inhale, away from your body, and back towards your body on the exhale. That's if you're not holding them stiffly. Now, let's amplify the arm movement. You're going to inhale, lift them up, and exhale, drop them. Inhale, lift, and exhale, drop. Now, it's more about the drop than the lift, and your exhale wants to be quite strong because that will help your core engage. One more. Now we're going to go to our standing imprint. I'm turning sideways. You don't have to. And what I want you to do is bend your knees and bring your hands to the front of your legs. I just wanted to turn sideways so you can see how I'm keeping my back straight and I'm a little bit tipped forward. You're going to inhale to imprint and exhale, come back to neutral. Now, I know that's opposite to when we're on the floor, we use our exhale to imprint. And you're just trying to get the low back to move and come back to neutral. So you notice it's not a very big movement. And if you're having a hard time getting that low back to move, a little pressure of your hands into your legs will help. Two more. Inhale, imprint. Exhale, neutral. One more. Imprint and neutral. Now, I want you to let go of your legs, stand up a little straighter, but keep your knees bent. And we're going to go to a little bit of a side to side swish through those hips, just getting the hip joints a little bit warmed up. Try not to lean forward. Try to be upright. Quite often we'll sort of lean forward. Stay upright. It doesn't matter if you don't have a lot of movement. We're just trying to get it moving a bit. Now, right, we don't walk around parallel all the time. Let's take our feet wider and go lateral or turned out. So your knee is aiming over the middle of your foot, a little softness in the knee. Back to side sway through your hip. Notice if this feels better or maybe a little more stiff than when you were parallel, and it's okay if it does. Just drawing your awareness to that will start to make changes. Let's turn inwards. So knees and toes turned in, and we're going back to that side to side sway through your hips. And notice what this rotation of the leg feels like. Breathing, yeah. Now, we're going to step 1 foot forward. Now, it's not a big step forward. I'm back in my parallel position. And then we're going to go back to our side to side sway through the hips. Try to be upright. Try not to stick that tushy out. And then let's do the other foot back and a little side to side sway through the hips once again. And just notice maybe one side is more comfortable with this than the other. Then we're going to line up our feet again, soft knees, and we're going to go to a little bit of arm stuff here. You're going to just do a little bit of a swing through the arms like you're going for a walk, but I want you to turn your chest towards your back arm, and you're going to let your arms drop and see how much they want to bounce up. Now, I know you don't see the top of my my hands when I go all the way up here, but I can't get further back. I'll hit my wall. We don't want that. And I just want you to notice how much your arms want to bounce back up again. It's not about trying to lift them. It's about dropping them and seeing how much rebound you have in your tissue. Just one more to each side like this. And then let's take that pendulum in front of you, side to side, looking at your top hand, How does that feel today? Just one more to each side here. And then we're going to do a little bit of balance work. I'm going to turn sideways again. You don't have to. What I want you to do, actually, I'm going to face this way because the light's a little better. What I want you to do is make sure you're not squeezing your bum and flattening the front of your hip. I want there to be a little softness in your tushy and in your legs. And I want you to just bring one knee forward and then lift your foot off the floor and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do that on the other side. So make sure you're not gripping in your bum and thighs. The front of your hip has a slight crease in it. Let your other knee come forward. Float your foot off the floor and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, it's really normal to have a wobble in your ankle and foot when you do this. If your hips are doing a big shift side to side, that's why we do side leg work as part of our Pilates practice. Let's do this one more time on each leg. So softness in the front of your hip. Let your knee come forward. Float your foot off the floor. Your hands aren't touching your body. And we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Doing the other side. Softness in the front of that hip. Let your knee come forward. Float your foot off the floor and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go down onto our hands and knees to do a little bit of cat stretch. So I'm just going to move my iPad to the other side of the room, and we're going to get onto our hands and knees. Now, your hands are going to be shoulder distance apart. Your knees are sit bone distance apart. Remember, your sit bones are what ache when you ride a bicycle. If your wrists happen to be sore when you're on your palms, just come up onto your knuckles and have your thumbs pointing away from your kneecaps. Little tension in the core. It's not 100% relaxed. And ideally, the back of your head matches the back of your shoulders. You're going to take an inhale to prepare. You're going to exhale, point your tail down towards the floor, scoop your back up towards the ceiling. Inhale, hold this, and exhale, flatten back out again. Now, this is not just abdominal work. There is leg work to help create this round shape in our back. Take an inhale. Exhale, point your tail down. That's the back of your leg that does that. Then scoop your back up to the ceiling. Your belly button pulls in to help that happen. Take an inhale. And exhale, flatten back out again. We'll do 2 more of these. Exhale as you round. Inhale, hold. And exhale as you flatten. 1 more. Exhale as you round. Looking back at your knees. Inhale, hold. And exhale as you flatten. Let's go on to our backs. Now, we're going to do an exercise where you lift your bum up off the floor. So you're not going to want to have anything extra under your head right now, because yeah, that makes your neck feel better. But if you have something under your head and you lift your bum, your collarbone ends up in your throat, and that's not fun. Now I want your legs bent with your feet within the width of your body. And I want you to just tune into the back line of your body. Notice your head is down. Ideally, your ribs are down. If they're not, take an exhale kind of like a sigh. That'll help them sink into the floor. Low back ideally feels light in comparison to the floor. And your back of your pelvis or your sacrum feels heavy. Yeah? Now, I want you to notice that your feet feel light right now in comparison to your pelvis. I'm getting you to pay attention to that today to maybe help those of you who get hamstring cramps doing this exercise where we lift our butt. You're going to take an inhale to prepare. You're going to exhale, press your feet on the floor, feel how they get heavy and your pelvis gets light. Lift your pelvis up off the floor. Take an inhale and exhale, come back down again. As you get to the bottom, pelvis gets heavy, feet get light. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your feet into the floor, feel how the pelvis gets lighter. Lift on up onto those shoulder blades. Inhale. And exhale, soften through the ribs, roll back down again. Pelvis gets heavy, feet get light. We're going to do that 2 more times. Now, if your hamstrings are still freaking out, remember, inner thigh muscles are part of this. So Keep your knees an inch closer than what feels natural to you, but don't put them against each other. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your feet into the floor. Feel the pelvis get lighter. Lift it up off the floor. Take an inhale. And exhale, coming back down again. Pelvis gets heavy, feet light. One more. Exhale, press your feet into the floor. Lift your pelvis out, up off the floor. Come up onto your shoulder blades. Take an inhale there. And exhale back down again. Feel the pelvis get heavy and the feet light. Now, if you're somebody who likes something under their head to help their neck feel happier, right? If you're laying here and your chin's pointing up at the ceiling, you need something under your head. Pop it under your head. It could be a garden kneeler, a folded up towel, something of that nature. Now, let's go to a little bit of shoulder girdle work. So I want you to bring your hands up in front of your chest with your palms facing each other. Your hands are shoulder distance apart. Back's in neutral, so I want you to see if you can sense the weight in the back of the ribs. Remember, a sigh will get them down if they're still up. You're going to inhale, reach your fingertips forward towards the ceiling. Feel how your shoulder girdle comes up forward, right? The shoulder blades are off the floor. And then you're just going to exhale and bring the shoulder blades back down again. So when you're down, you're trying to have your upper back and chest equally wide. That's neutral. Inhale, reach forward towards the ceiling. Exhale, come back to where the upper back and chest feel equally wide. Inhale forward, that's called protract. Exhale, let's find neutral. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, protract, exhale, neutral. So feeling that width in the chest, the weight in the back of the ribs, take an inhale. Exhale, reach both hands towards the floor above your head. Now, if your hands touch the floor, you either lost neutral in your shoulder or your ribs, or you bent your elbows. We're not trying to touch the floor. Let's bring your hands back up in front of our chest. Exhale, reach back. Ribs are heavy, collarbones are wide. Inhale, up in front of your chest. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, up in front of your chest. Just one more here. Exhale, reach back. And inhale, bring the hands in front of your chest. Now, I want you to bend your elbows and bring your hands to the front of your shoulders. You're going to let your elbows rest on the floor beside your body. You're going to inhale, point your elbows up to the ceiling. Exhale, take your elbows sideways, feeling the stretch in your chest. Inhale, up to the ceiling. Exhale, back down again. Inhale, elbows point at the ceiling. Exhale, elbows go sideways. We lose neutral shoulder here, but we get a nice chest stretch, so that's okay. Inhale, up to the ceiling, and exhale, back down again. Inhale, up. Exhale, sideways, because the shoulder blades have to retract to make that happen. Bring them up to the ceiling. Back down again. One more here. Inhale, up. Exhale, sideways. Inhale, up. And exhale, down. Let's just go on to our side for a little bit of rotational breathing. So I just want you to pop onto your side. Knees are bent, they're in front of you. Underneath arm's going to support your head, or if your shoulder doesn't like that, you can always pop a pillow under your head. You're going to reach your top arm forward, shoulder distance off the floor in front of you. And you're just going to inhale, point that top hand at the ceiling, turn to look at it. Exhale, turn your rib cage backwards, knees are reaching forwards. Inhale, hold that. And exhale, coming forwards. Inhale, point at the ceiling. Turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn your ribs backwards, knees keep reaching forward. Inhale, feel the stretch in your back. And exhale, coming forward. So this is not a chest stretch. Inhale up. Turn to look at your hand. Now keep it in alignment with your shoulder as you turn back. The weight of the arm will help the back stretch. Inhale. And exhale, coming forward. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, point at the ceiling, take a look at it. Exhale, turn back. Inhale. And exhale, coming forward. Let's do that on the other side. So, right, you're going to pop your underneath arm under your head. Your knees are going to be in front of you. Your feet are going to be in front of you. It's kind of like you're sitting in a chair. Now, when I lay on my side, I'm not going to let my body be slack. There's a little tension in that side body I'm laying on. Top arm is reach forward, shoulder distance off the floor. Inhale, point that top hand at the ceiling, turn to look at it. Exhale, turn your ribs back as you reach your knees forward. Inhale into your back. And exhale, coming forward. 3 more of these. Inhale, up. Turn to look at your hand. Exhale, go back. Now remember, if you keep that hand in alignment with your shoulder, you get more stretch in your back. Inhale, hold it. And exhale forward. 2 more. Inhale, point at the ceiling. Turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn backwards. Inhale, hold. Exhale forward. 1 more here. Inhale, point at the ceiling. Turn to look at your hand. Exhale, turn back. Inhale, hold. And exhale forward. Good. Let's go back onto our back. Now, once again, if you like something under your head, you're going to pop it under your head for this exercise. Your legs are bent with your feet within the width of your body. And let's have our arms alongside our body, just a little bit off the floor. Palms are faced inwards towards your body. Now, when you get here, can you find that wide collarbone where your upper back and chest feel equally wide? That's a neutral shoulder. You find it with your hands off the floor, not on the floor. When you go onto the floor, if you dropped your hands to the floor right now, you would protract your shoulders to get there. That's okay. Just trying to teach you what neutral is. Now, you're going to inhale, slide your shoulders up towards your ears. And then you're going to exhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels again. Find that wide collarbone. And you're looking for some tensioning in the mid back. Inhale up and exhale down. Now, if your chest is tight, you'll be feeling a bit of a stretch across your chest this morning while you do this. Inhale up. Exhale back down again. 1 more here. Inhale up. Exhale, looking for that tensioning in the mid back. That'll tell you you're in neutral. And rest. Let's just go to our head nod. Keep your head resting down on whatever it's currently resting down. Sense the weight of it there. Now you're just going to inhale, do a tiny little nod like you're nodding to say yes, and release back to neutral. Inhale, tiny little nod. Exhale, release. Now as you nod, remember it's about trying to reach the top of the head towards the wall above you, not about trying to dig your chin in. You want to keep a lot of space in the front of your throat because we're just gently asking the back of the neck to open up or flatten slightly. 1 more. Inhale, little nod, and release. Now, let's go to our ab prep. I want you to pop your hands behind your head for this exercise. I want your elbows in your peripheral vision or kind of at a 45-degree angle. If they're flat on the floor, remember that's retracted shoulders. We don't want that. Now, right, is your back in neutral? Do you feel the weight in the back of the ribs and the lightness in the low back? We're going to try and keep that as we curl up to look at our knees. Inhale, do that little nod you practiced a moment ago. Then exhale, round through the rib cage to curl up. You're going to feel that the mid-back area gets heavier on the floor. That's an inhale there. And exhale, let's come back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Feel that mid-back area get heavier into the floor, but the low back stays light. Inhale. Exhale, back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. And if you don't feel that mid-back getting heavier, you're not rounding through the rib cage. And come back down again because we're trying to figure out how to round that rib cage. 2 more. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, is the low back still light? And exhale, back down again. 1 more here. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, hold it. And exhale, back down again. Let's go onto our belly for a little bit of breaststroke prep. So, right when we're on our belly, we're going to have our hands beside our head. We're going to have our whole forearm down on the floor. And our hand and forearm don't actually move in this first part of the exercise. You're going to be on the tip of your nose and the middle of your breastbone. Your legs are pretty darn close together, but you want to make sure you're still pointing those kneecaps down at the floor. So don't pull your knees in towards each other to try and get your legs closer together. You're going to just gently press the top of your foot into the floor to help tension the legs and tension the core a bit. First movement is the shoulder blade movement. You're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift your upper chest away from the floor. Inhale, the back of your neck is still long, and exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, reach out the top of the head as you lift that upper chest away from the floor. Inhale, you're still looking at the floor, and exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, extending up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back down again. Now let's try this on a 2 breath. So you're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back as you lift, and exhale, come back down again. Inhale, shoulder blades slide towards your tushy as you lift, and exhale down. Let's just do one more of those. Inhale, up, and exhale down. We're going to go to breaststroke prep number 2. So I want you to take your arms alongside your body, turn your palms to face the ceiling, and you'll notice that'll take your shoulders to the protracted position. Our first movement in this version of the exercise is to change that. You're going to inhale, turn your palms inwards, opening your collarbones wide. Then you're going to exhale, use your back muscles to lift your upper chest away from the floor. Inhale, hold that, and exhale, come back down again. Inhale, turn your palms inwards. Exhale, lifting up. Are your kneecaps off the floor right now? Inhale. And exhale back down again. Now, ideally, they are on the top of the foot on the floor, right? So kneecaps up, feet down. Inhale, turn the palms in. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift. Inhale, hold. Exhale, down. Let's go to our last hand position for this exercise. And bring your hands under your forehead. Your top of your foot is gently pressed into the floor still. You're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift your head away from your arms. Inhale, hold it. And exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift your head away from your arms. Inhale, hold it. And exhale, back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, extending up. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, back down again. One more. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, extending up. Inhale, hold, and down. Now, let's do 3 more of these and try to do it on the 2 breath. So you're going to inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back as you lift your head up away from your hands, and exhale back down again. 2 more of those. Inhale, up, collarbones are wide, and exhale down. Are your kneecaps still floating as you come up and back down again? We're going to push back into our shell stretch. So, right, you're going to sit back over your heels, trying to sit on your heels as much as possible and around your back. Now, if your knees don't like this position, I want you to lay on your back and hug your knees into your chest. You will get a similar release through your back. Now, you may notice I'm doing this little side to side shift here. It's a great idea to just gently rock side to side, either through your hips, your shoulders, or your head. Scoot back around. Elbows are bent here. My head is not trying to be on the floor. My heels are trying to be on my bum, or my bum on my heels. One more breath there. And then we're going to the 100. Now, right, the 100 is tricky because it's got 100 breaths in it. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. If your neck is bugging you today, please leave your head on the floor for this exercise. And if your low back is bugging you, please leave your feet on the floor, right? You're still going to be doing the 100 because you're doing your 100 breaths. Now, here's the fun thing, right? I'm going to call it like everybody's lifting their head and their feet. I trust you to take care of yourself. So let's take a moment and go, am I in neutral? And if you're somebody who likes something under your head, having that thing under your head is part of finding neutral spine for you. We're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, deepen our core work to find that imprint, where it's like you're in memory foam and you made an impression of your low back in the memory foam. You're going to lift one leg at a time up to your tabletop position, which is that right angle at the knee and hip. Inhale, nod your chin in. Exhale, round up to look at your knees. And go in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 20. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 30. Now, if it starts to bug your neck when you're up here, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 40. You can put one hand behind your head. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 50. But you'd change hands after a while. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 60. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 70. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 80 in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 90 in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 100. Take an inhale. Exhale. We're going to come on down. If you don't have any sort of sciatic issues or disc problems, you can just hug your knees into your chest here, gently rock your knees side to side. If you're having disc issues or sciatica issues, I want your feet on the floor and you'll do your knee rock there. Because if we do the knee rock with your knees pulled into your chest and you're having disc or sciatic issues, you're just kind of poking the bear, and it's a good idea to let that bear hibernate if it's hibernating. Yeah, don't poke it. So, right, let's come off our backs. We're going to just do a little bit of half roll back. So what I want you to do is sit with your legs either right tight together or just slightly apart. And slightly apart is like an inch. You're going to take your hands to the front of your legs and just round forward over your legs, bring your hands down towards your ankles. And let's just do a breath or two here. That might be a different stretch for you. And if it is, this is a good stretch to get into on a regular basis for yourself. Now from here, let's see if we can make our back rounder. So if you do have your belly against your thighs, your back is not round there. Your low back is, but we want more than that. So you want to pull your pubic bone towards your belly button, push out through the back of your ribs. Now remember, if this is bugging the back of your neck, your head is hung too low, lift the back of your head up towards the ceiling a bit. Lift your arms up so they're parallel to the floor. And you're going to try and keep this round shape in your back as you rock backwards. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, rock backwards away from your legs. Inhale, hold that C curve and rock forward. Exhale, rock back. And inhale, come forward. The reason we call it a C curve is we're trying to make a shape like a letter C in our back the whole time we're doing this movement. Exhale, rock back. And inhale, rock forward. Two more. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward. One more, rocking back. And forward. We're going to do one slow roll down to the floor. You're going to reach your arms out. You're going to scoop your back round, and we're going slowly down to the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you got down well before that 1, that's okay. If you kind of dropped, it just means you're a little stiff in that mid-back area. And part of what we're working on in Pilates is trying to fix that. I'm getting a weird message. Okay. Cancel that. Okay, I just got a weird message. Sorry about that. I just suddenly something popped up asking me to join a party in New York City right now, and that just seemed inappropriate, so I'm not doing it. So let's go to a little bit of single leg circle. If you like something under your head, have it under your head. And we're going to just do a basic one today. Back's in neutral, arms are alongside your body. If you want to give yourself more challenge, they can come up in front of your chest. You're going to lift one leg up to that tabletop position, which is a right angle at the knee and the hip. Or if you're feeling flexible today, you can do that with a straight leg. And I want you to imagine either your kneecap or your toe is a laser pointer, and you're going to draw a circle on the ceiling. You're going to bring your leg towards the middle of your body, away from your face, to the outside and back to where you started. Inhale to start your circle. Exhale to finish, trying not to hula dance. 3, 4, just one more. Inhale to start your circle, and 5. Now we're going to reverse. Inhale to the outside, exhale to the inside. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's bend your knee, put your foot down. Let's go to the other leg. So you're going to lift it up to tabletop. If that feels like enough challenge for you today, stay there, or you can go to a straight leg. You're going to bring your knee across the middle of your body, away from your face, to the outside and back to where you started. Inhale to start your circle, exhale to finish it. 3, 4, and 5. Let's reverse. Inhale to the outside, exhale to the inside. The exhale is most of that circle. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's bend our knee and put our foot down. And I'd like you to come to a seated position for me again. Now we're going to do a little bit of spine twist here. You can have your legs crossed for this. You can have your legs in a diamond shape. You can have your legs straight. If they're straight for this exercise, they're right tight together, not a little bit apart. Now, what I want you to do is find a nice straight line in your back all the way up to the top of your head, kind of like your back's on the wall behind you. Take your hands and place them against your ribs so you can feel where that rib cage is, because we're going to turn it. Now, I want you to notice your sit bones. You're going to try not to move them. And we're going to use an exhale to turn today. Find a nice width through the collarbones. Take an inhale to prepare. 3 exhales. Exhale, 2, 3, inhale, center. Other side, 2, 3, inhale, center. Exhale, 2, 3, inhale, center. Other side, 2, 3, inhale, center. Just one more here. Exhale, 2, 3, inhale, center. Other side, 2, 3, and center. Now, from here, we're going to go to a little bit of spine stretch forward. Now, you don't want to have crossed legs for this because that'll make you twist your pelvis as you bend forward. So you either want diamond legs or straight legs for this. And right, if you have a yoga block, you can always use that to help you sit up a little straighter. Or, I don't know, we used to have phone books in our house. I don't know if you have phone books. If you have them, you can use them for this too. So, right, hands are going to come to the front of your legs. Legs can either be diamond with the hands on them or straight, feet shoulder distance apart here. Now imagine your back's on the wall behind you. Get a little tensioning in the core. Take an inhale. Exhale, start with your head, round forward. Now as you round forward, you're trying to aim the top of your forehead for your knees. Inhale and exhale all the way back up again. Take an inhale. Exhale, scoop your belly button in as you aim your forehead for your knees. And back up again, I mean the top of your forehead. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale as you go down. Pull that belly button in. Inhale, exhale, come back up again. Exhale, rounding forward, scoop your belly button in. Inhale down there. And exhale back up again. We'll just do 2 more on the 2 breath. So you're going to exhale down. Inhale, come up. 1 more, exhale down. And inhale up. Let's go onto our back and do a little bit of oblique work. So, right, if you want to make this more challenging, legs are in tabletop. Remember, you want to imprint anytime you take your legs up to tabletop. We're going to take our hands behind our head. Our elbows are in our peripheral vision. Of course, your core is engaged if you're in tabletop. If you haven't gone there like me, just get a little tensioning in that core already. Now, sense the weight of your head in your hands. Inhale, nod. Exhale, use your abdominals to curl up and look at your knees. Take an inhale. Exhale, rotate your rib cage to one side, come center. Rotate it to the other side, come center, and back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. As you rotate, look down the outside of your leg. Inhale, center. Look down the outside of the other leg. Inhale, center, and back down again. So looking at the side wall, flattens your back. We're trying to stay curved. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Exhale, back down again. 1 more here. Inhale, nod. Exhale, pull under the front of the ribs to curl up. Feel that mid back get heavy. Now exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Other side, center, and down. And we can just either hug those knees into your chest again, do a little rock there. Or if your feet are on the floor, keep them on the floor and just rock your knees side to side. If you open your elbows sideways like I have, you'll get a bit of a stretch through your chest as well as you do that knee rock. And that's never a terrible thing. Just 1 more to each side here. And let's just go to 1 more version of our obliques. So, right, we rotated, we're going to side bend. So if you want to take those legs to tabletop, take them up there, make sure that core is engaged. Now, right, we're going to inhale, nod, exhale, curl up. This time, inhale, as you exhale, pull your elbow to the same side hip and come back to center. Other side. Elbow to same side hip, come back to center and down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl. Now, see if you can feel the compression in the side of your waist as you side bend. Can you feel the compression in the other side of your waist? And come back down again. Inhale, nod. Exhale, curl. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Other side. Center. And down. Good. Rest. Right. Little knee rock if you want. We're going to make the hip flexors feel happier. We're going to do a little bit of shoulder bridge. So if you have something under your head, you're going to get rid of it. Now, shoulder bridge is a lift of your pelvis once again, but this time, instead of rolling through the spine, you're keeping your back straight. So just like earlier, I want you to make sure your feet are within the width of your body. And I want you to notice that your pelvis feels heavier than your feet, right? The back of your butt. You're going to take an inhale. You're going to exhale, press your feet in the floor, feel how the pelvis gets light, and then lift up until the front of the hip is flat. Inhale and exhale, come straight down, get the pelvis heavy and the feet light. Now remember, if that's making your hamstring unhappy, find that inner thigh, right? Knees ideally feel an inch closer together than what feels natural to help the inner thigh be part of this. Let's do that 2 more times. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your feet into the floor. Pelvis gets light, you lift it up. Take an inhale. And exhale, put your pelvis down and feel it get heavy and the feet get light. We're doing that 1 more time. Exhale, press your feet into the floor. Pelvis gets light, you lift up till the front of the hip is flat. Inhale. And exhale, pelvis down and feet get light. Now we're going to do a little bit of an add-on here. And what we're going to do is work on the pressure of the feet into the floor and try not to twist or shift through the pelvis. So, right, you're going to take an inhale, exhale, press your feet on the floor and get that pelvis up off the floor. Now, you're going to inhale, exhale, press your left foot harder into the floor. Inhale, get the weight even on both feet. Exhale, press your right foot into the floor. Try not to shift. Inhale, get the weight in between, 1 more to each side. Exhale, press that left foot into the floor. Inhale, center. Exhale, press the right foot into the floor. Inhale, weight at center. And exhale, let's put our bum back down again. Let's make the hamstrings feel happier after that. We're going to come onto our side and do a little bit of side leg work. I'm just going to pop 1 more light on here just to make it, you can see me a little better. I meant to do that earlier. Alrighty, so, right, we're going to have our legs at a 45-degree angle to our torso. I don't even know if that light helped at all. Oh well, right? Underneath arm supports your head, or you can have a pillow there. Make sure you're not lax, that the body isn't dropped down. There's some tension in the side body. And top hand can be on the floor, but just your fingertips, not your whole palm, because that makes the shoulder roll forward. You're going to lift your top leg up. You're going to kick it forward twice, going inhale, inhale, exhale, pull that leg behind you. Flex your foot to go forward, inhale, inhale. Now point your foot and pull your leg behind you. As you go forward, ideally you're getting a bit of stretch on the back of the leg. As you go back, a stretch on the front of the hip. In, and reach back. Now, if you're comfortable balancing on your side, that top hand can be on your top leg. In, exhale, reach back. In, exhale, reach back. 1 more here. In, and reach. Now, we're going to go into a straight line from our head to our feet. Our hips are stacked, so right, get that top, what we think of as hip bone, it's part of our pelvis, ASIS point, get that right on top of the other one. So you're balanced on that bony bit on the outside of the bottom leg. It doesn't necessarily feel comfortable. You get used to it after a while and the discomfort goes away. You're going to lift your top leg up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. Lift up, flex your foot, bring it down, point your foot. You're going to inhale as you go up and exhale as you come down. Trying not to move the torso. So I could take my leg way higher, but I just dropped the side of my body into the floor. That's not the goal of this exercise. You're trying to move the range of motion that your pelvis doesn't move. One more here. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Now we're going to do a little inner thigh on that bottom leg. So step your top leg in front and just exhale, lift the bottom leg. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Just one more here. Lift and release. Let's do this series on the other side. So right underneath arm supports your head. Legs are forward at a 45-degree angle. That helps you balance. Side body is not lax. Hand can be down or on your thigh. You're going to lift your top leg up, kick it forward twice. Going inhale, inhale, exhale, point and reach your foot behind you. Flex your foot, come forward, inhale, inhale, exhale, point your foot and pull it behind you. And in, exhale, reach back. And in, exhale, reach back. Now, another thing I'm working on here is trying not to let my body sway a lot as I swing my leg forward and back. In, exhale, reach back. One more here, in, and reach back. Straight line from your head to your feet. Hips are stacked. Find your core. Lift your top leg up. Flex your foot. Bring it down. Point your foot. Reach up. Flex your foot. Bring it down. Point your foot. Inhale as you go up. And exhale as you come down. Inhale as you go up. And exhale as you come down. Two more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Is your core working? And down. Let's do the inner thigh of that bottom leg. So you can drop that top knee down or just step the foot in front. And you're going to exhale, lift the bottom leg, inhale, release. Now, even when I'm here, there's a little bit of tensioning in my core. It's not lax. Exhale, lift, inhale, release. Reach out your foot as you lift and release. Just one more here. Lift and release. We're going to go onto our tummy just to get a little bit more butt. I want you to take your hands under your forehead. I want you to bring your legs close together and have your kneecaps pointing straight at the floor. I want you to make sure you're resting on the middle of your breastbone, not pressing those low ribs that are just above your belly button into the floor, because if they're pressed into the floor, your back is arched already. And if you can't figure out how to find the middle of your breastbone, you might have your hands too close to your chest and you need to move them out a bit so that your neck can lengthen. Now, from here, we're just going to try and find what I call the thut, where your thigh and your butt meet. So you're going to start by pulling your pubic bone forward towards the floor, and you'll notice that tightens your abdominals a bit, and where your thigh and your butt meet tightens. We're going to see if we can use that tightening to lift our leg. Your thigh will not come off the floor when you do this. You're keeping your legs straight. Your shoulders are out of your ears. You're going to inhale to prepare, pulling that pubic bone forward towards the floor, and then exhale, lift one leg up a little bit. Now, do you feel where your thigh and your butt meet tensioning? That's what we're looking for. And let's use an exhale to go back down again. Inhale, pull the pubic bone forward. Exhale, reach out the foot and lift, feel the tensioning where the thigh and the butt meet, that thut. And exhale back down again. One more here. Inhale, pubic bone forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale. And exhale down. Now let's try the other leg. So inhale, pubic bone forward. Exhale, reach out the foot to lift. Now remember the thigh doesn't come off the floor. Inhale, hold. Exhale down. Inhale, pubic bone forward. Exhale, reach out your foot to lift. Now you're looking for tensioning where your thigh and your butt meet. The whole cheek doesn't have to be super tight. And back down again. One more here. Inhale, pubic bone forward. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold. And exhale down. Good. Relax your butt. Let your hips sway side to side a little bit. Breathe there. And we're going to go to a little bit of a bigger back extension here called swan dive. So I want you to take your legs to a V shape. Don't take them wider than your mat. And I want you to find the muscles in your bum that pull your heels towards the middle. And guess what? Most of them live right where your thigh and your butt meet. You're going to take your hands beside your head with your forearms on the floor. Now, you're going to inhale, slide your shoulders away from your ears. You're going to exhale, use your back muscles to lift, then use your arms and your bum to lift higher, getting the front of the hip off the floor. Inhale, you're in a shape like a banana, and exhale, come back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades down your back towards your heels. Exhale, use your back muscles to lift. Can you keep your heels pulled inwards as you get the front of the hip off the floor? The top of the thighs pressing into the floor, and come back down again. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, coming up into a shape like a banana. Inhale, hold it. Your neck is long. You're looking about 4 feet in front of you. And back down again. One more here. Inhale, slide your shoulder blades. Exhale, come up into that banana shape. Inhale, hold. And exhale, down. Let's just press back into our shell stretch for the final time today. So remember, if your knees have a tendency to be sore, lay on your back and hug your knees into your chest. Otherwise, you're trying to sit on your heels as much as you comfortably can. You're pulling your belly button away from your thighs, rounding your back. And I suggest, because we just did a bunch of bum work, to rock your hips side to side here to just help the tissue in your butt soften and let go, right? Because we want our tissue to have options of being stiff when we want it and lax when we want it, because right, ideally it can do both. So, right, that's all the time I have today. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me and doing some Pilates.
Thank you.